The largest bear on Earth is the polar bear.
On average, an adult male polar bear can stand up to 8 to 10 feet tall, and they can grow to be about 1,700 pounds.
But the largest polar bear that was ever recorded was about 12 feet tall and weighed about 2,200 pounds.
That's about the weight of a small car.
Giant bear.
These mega bears primarily live north of the Arctic Circle, where temperatures can get as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit, and icy winds can blow at 80 miles per hour.
In my opinion, polar bears live in one of the most uninhabitable areas on our planet. They live in extremely icy conditions that seems like you would just freeze to death being out there.
It is extremely cold and barren, but they adapted to survive in that environment.
So how do these mighty and majestic animals stay warm in such a frigid environment?
Polar bears have some really incredible adaptations. Probably the most important thing that polar bears have for heat retention is a very thick layer of fat.
The layer of fat that polar bears have is about 4.5 inches thick.
And on top of that layer of fat, polar bears have a pretty intense fur coat.
Their fur actually has 2 layers. They have an undercoat that keeps them warm and then an outer coat that helps keep them dry.
Their hair is also hollow, which surprisingly helps keep them extra warm.
What this does is it traps air next to their body and keeps them nicely insulated and heated. The hollow hair actually helps them with swimming because it keeps that cold water and ice from penetrating that heat layer.
But perhaps the most surprising thing about the polar bear's fur is that it's not actually white.
I'm gonna break a myth here. Their fur is actually translucent. And what you're seeing is the reflection from the snow on their surrounding areas. Their skin is actually black.
The black skin actually also helps keep them warm by helping to absorb the sunlight.
Amazing! But aside from just staying warm, these mega creatures of the cold also need to get around in their snowy habitat. To help with that, polar bears have another awesome feature: supersized paws.
They're about the size of a dinner plate, and these feet almost act as snowshoes. When they're walking through the vast Arctic areas, this keeps them on top of the surface.
The black foot pads of a polar bear are covered by small, soft bumps called papillae. And those papillae serve to help the polar bear grip the ice as it moves across it.
Their toes are also webbed, which helps them swim by acting like built-in paddles. And that's a good thing because
The amount of time that polar bears spend in the water is definitely unique among bears.
Scientists actually consider them to be marine mammals, like a seal or a sea lion or a walrus.
For me, the polar bear's superpower is its ability to be a really large animal, but still thrive in an incredibly brutal, harsh, freezing environment.
when we return, we'll meet a creature with some mega height. And later, the largest lizard on Earth.